on.
I mean, it's the record light not flashing. There should be a little red light here somewhere.
There's a red light there, but it's not flashing.
It's not flashing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's recording then.
After we make this first show, we'll watch it and see if it's any good.
Okay.
Because we're not watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just get it set up and get it on because we don't want to go to the second show.
Oh, yeah.
He goes on, he puts me on the air and I'm not there.
Public service presentation. Okay, I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready, it's rolling.
Hello, my name is Ernestine Collins. Welcome to Writers Reading. This program is a public service presentation of WPRG Television, Harold, Kentucky. Since this is our first program, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing. This is a literary program, and each week we plan to have one or more guests, writers of our area, who would like to read their works. Today I'd like to thank some people for bringing this show to you. First of all, the people who are working with me, Dr. Mark F. Sohn and Eugene Cisco. Thank you, Eugene, for taping the show too. I'd also like to thank my sister-in-law, Patsy Jean Case, who gave me the idea for this show about a year ago, and especially Dr. Don and WPRG TV. If you're interested in being on our show, we'd be interested in having you. All you have to do is send us some of your material. I know we have a lot of talent out there, and we'd be interested in finding out who you are. Just send your material with a self-addressed stamped envelope if you want it returned to me, Ernestine Collins, P.O. Box 44, Honaker, Kentucky 41639. Since there are no guests on the show today, because this is our first show, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been writing since I was in high school and got pretty serious about it when I was in college. I've been working on a book now for quite some time. The name of the book is Down Mare Creek Road, and we're in the process of getting it published, but right now we're seeking sponsors to help with the costs. The book will have to be sent to Michigan to be published, and it should be out in late winter or early spring. We hope you'll be looking for that. Today I'd like to read you some poems that come from the book. This first poem is called Silhouettes. Silhouetted on the wall of our small cabin were the hands that rocked the cradle where I lay. Tiny creatures they created for my pleasure in the wee hours just before the break of day. Through the years, those hands were there when they were needed to give comfort, care, and discipline to me. Day and night, with little rest, they never faltered, guiding me through dangers I could not yet see. Now the hands that rocked my cradle have grown weary. They're not able to be at my beck and call. So I gently rock the chair of their sweet master and make silhouettes for her upon the wall. This next poem was written for a friend of mine in Texas. Her name was Patricia DeVille, and she had just lost a child when I wrote it. It's called He is Satisfied. You'll never hold him in your arms or look into his eyes. You'll never nurse him at your breast to soothe his little cries. But oh, his soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, and he is satisfied. He does not know the pain you feel, that he has gone so soon. How blessed to be allowed to go to heaven from the womb. His little soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, and he is satisfied. In time and tears, somehow you'll face the fact that he is gone, that you must stay in service here while God has called him home. Because his soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, your child is satisfied. He can't return to you, but you can go to him someday, and all the tears that you have shed, our God shall wipe away. And when your soul is resting in the presence of the Lord, you'll be satisfied. On a little lighter side, I'd like to read a poem called A Perfect Woman. He sought a perfect woman to wear his wedding band. Of course she must be lovely, the fairest in the land. She must be quite a charmer, and educated too. In any situation must know just what to do. Her name must be untainted, her reputation pure, Her talents must be many. She must be rich for sure. At last one day he found her, a sweet and gentle femme. But sad I am to tell you, she wouldn't look at him. He sought a perfect woman to wear his wedding band, but somehow he neglected to be the perfect man. This poem is called Summer's Gone. Every time I try to climb that mountain, the wind sweeps down and takes my breath from me. Every time I think I've found the fountain, the rushing water brings me to my knees. Summer's gone, and autumn's calling winter to her breast. Snow will soon be blowing in, and I'm not fully dressed. Every time I start to burn my bridges, I find that I must cross them once again. Every time I think I've found new pastures, I realize I'm where I've always been. Summer's gone, and autumn's calling winter to her breast. Snow will soon be blowing in, and I'm not fully dressed. Every time I feel my spirits rising, they're torn asunder by overshadowing gloom. Every time I seek a new revival, I find instead shadow of the tomb. Summer's gone, and autumn's calling winter to her breast. Snow will soon be blowing in, and I'm not fully dressed. This is a poem that I wrote when I first started getting gray hair. It's called The Herald. I pulled the new gray hair today, and that makes 5 I've found. I think they come to let me know that I am earthward bound. The time shall come, and soon enough, a herald I need not, that age and death shall conquer me. My flesh and bones will rot. Ah, yes, these weary bones will rot, and gray hairs disappear. I know that well, so must they come to say the time is near. This last poem I have put to music. It's called I Will Come, and I'd like to dedicate it today to my dear friend Sam. When you call for me, I will come. In your hour of need, I will come. Do not look for me near the door. I can't hang around there anymore. In this wilderness we walk alone, but when you call for me, I will come. I know the road you walk is a lonely one. I know each step you take seems like a mile. I'd love to be there to hold your hand and some kind word to say, but the path that I trod is far away. But when you call for me, I will come. In your hour of need, I will come. Do not look for me near the door. I can't hang around there anymore. In this wilderness we walk alone, but when you call for me, I will come. In this wilderness we walk alone, but when you call for me, I will come. Love, if you call for me, I will come. Thank you for joining us today. I want to thank again Dr. Don and WPRG, and we're interested in seeing your writings, so please send them in. Until next week, may God bless you.